So my first impressions of the Bruce Goldsmith design bag and then the wing was extremely positive. I was just really impressed right off the bat. So this is the backpack and stuff sack. Even has a nice little handle on top of the rucksack and a covering over the closure of the wing of the bag. This is the winter color, and like all BGD wings, it's very colorful. It comes with a riser cover, again, very colorful, really nice touch. And even in the bag, there's a pocket for the risers to go into. This is great to have just to keep your lines all nice and tidy. This was really nice here. Here's the strap for the wings with the really high quality logo right on the top there. That's something, again, it's just little added things that just had me super impressed right at the beginning before even bringing this wing up. You can see here that all the lines are braided. I'm removing the little tie that keeps them in place, but I'd never seen this before either. Again, just another thing to just kind of make me think, wow, they really put a lot of attention even to little things like packing the wing and sending it off. And here's the best part of spreading out a new wing. It's that crispy feel and sound that, well, if you have one, you know exactly what I mean. It's just a great feel.
Isn't that cool? Look at that. Unfurls right out. I think that is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
The other thing I noticed that on the riser set, all the different lines are designated A, B, C. Boy, if you don't know where these lines are when you're flying this wing, then there is no hope. That's a great touch. I've never seen that before either. Certainly the design and look of wings is all according to taste, but boy, this is just a beautiful wing. A very dynamic, active design. It's just beautiful coming up. What can I say? The brake holders are magnets, but with a special design that really kind of clips in. Really easy to detach as you're flying the wing, but very hard to detach otherwise. So again, a very nice, thoughtful design. And I do like the magnets better, especially paramotoring. This is a fairly windy and gusty day, but steady enough to do some nice kiting. A lot of thermals and the disturbance coming over that hill. You can see here, I'm just doing my interpretive dance of what it was like all over the place, but really, really nice to really get a good feel for this wing. And as you can tell, I was pretty happy about the whole initial experience with the BGD Epic Motor. The inside of the rucksack has this nice padding, really well built, very padded harness and a waist belt. Very nice to carry this on your back. And I even did my own braiding experience. Back of my transport here. And also I want to apologize for my sunglasses. They're actually my glasses. And they're one of those that will get darker in the light and lighter when it's dark. So you need them to see, basically. So they always are sunglasses when it's light out. I could do this, but then you'd see more of my face.
God. And then I couldn't see. But anyway, so that's why I always seem to have sunglasses. And sometimes it's nice not to have to look at somebody talk to you in sunglasses. You know, no big deal. All right, so the Bruce Goldsmith design, Epic Motor, medium large, which is a 27, very similar to the Epsilon 8. And it was kind of what I thought it was going to be, very similar to the Epsilon 8 with hybrid risers. I would say they're very, very similar, very stable. Definitely with the BGD wing. And this is with my Pi 2. It does tend to hesitate 3/4 of the way up, just a little more A's. Now, if it's really windy, I had the trims all the way up, boom, it's right up, and it doesn't tend to overshoot. You'd think, oh boy, is this going to go right over me? But it doesn't do that at all. It's actually pretty stable. But when it's real windy, if you leave those trims out, or you have the trims in, it comes up and it almost looks like a drag chute. It won't quite come up, and then it wants to pull you in, you know, away and basically pull you down. So with the trims out, and I believe this is in the manual, let those trims out. When it's windy, it'll come right up, a little break, you're good to go. And so when it's not as windy, I'll just have to see, maybe half trim, so it comes up nicely that way. I'll just have to see. But really nice, good day to test out the wing. It was gusty, coming from, I don't know if you can see this, but the wind is coming right over that ridge over there, and it's usually not coming from that direction. It's usually more west, which is a little bit less disturbance of the wind. So it was good, though. I like that because, you know, when it's really nice, smooth winds, it's kind of hard to know what it's going to be like when you're actually trying to launch. So this was pretty nice. So I'll have to see how it works with the paramotor, of course. I was actually at the Salton Sea, and I had a couple of flights with the Moster. The Moster engine, like the Atom 80, of course, a lot more powerful, is really smooth. I really like the acceleration. Obviously, I'm still kind of trying to decide, is the Moster the right engine for me? It's pretty powerful. I'm 168 pounds. Now, I used to be 175 when in my youth. So I'll try to bring you more videos. Unfortunately, at the Salton Sea, I thought I had my GoPro on. I didn't, apparently. So that was a real shame. I didn't get those flights videoed. And there was a couple of other people out there. There was an instructor. JC was out there with somebody. So he was busy off some other area doing his instructions. So I didn't have anybody to ask and say, hey, will you take a picture of this for me? So that was too bad. But I also did not have a wing that I would normally use. I used a Macpara Eden. And that was a very beginner wing. It's like a steamboat. Of course, it was very slow, ponderous, super safe, but yeah, it worked. It worked fine. Kind of reminded me of my Macpara Muse 3. That was the first wing I had with my paramotor, and I can see the big difference now. Going with more of a mid-level wing, there's a big difference there. So I'm going to try and see if I can do some flying again here soon, and see if I can get video on that. And in the meantime, I'll keep running up my engine, and we'll go from there. But final thoughts on the BGD Epic Motor. I really like it so far. I could see also paragliding this at Torrey or over here at Little Black if I want. So it would be a nice alternate wing. Being I would say semi-lightweight. It's not a heavy wing, it's not a light wing by any means, but it's real stable on the ground when it's windy. That's the one thing with the Pi 2 that I knew going in. I got to be really ready to go, because that wing can really try to jump up and it just wants to fly, and it's really hard to keep it on the ground. You got to be ready, pull it up and go. It's easy to do once you get used to that. So anyway, I got a nice alternative when I'm not paramotoring. So that's it. Any questions down below, just let me know. And more adventures coming up. All right, take care out there, stay safe. Bye-bye.
And the good news, the paramotors are flying again.
tandem over here at the Penasquitos launch area in the radio controlled area. So we are flying.